Everyone, back to channel. Today we are going to discuss the hyperemia and congestion. So actually what is hyperemia? It refers to an increase of the blood volume within the tissue. So actually it is divided into the arterial hyperemia and the venous hyperemia. The arterial hyperemia is in artery, and venous is also known as congestion. It is in the vein. And the one more important thing, in artery, that is the hyperemia is an active process and the congestion is a passive process. And actually here the engorgement of the oxygenated blood in the vessels takes place, oxygenated accumulation of the deoxygenated hemoglobin. So this is the difference first we need to remember. And next here you can see a normal capillary and ischemic capillary and hyperexemia and congestion. In hyperexemia here you can see that is increase in the blood volume with, here you can see the normal one is like this, but here arteries it's more. And in congestion means in veins, so you can see the disrupted veins. Hyperexemia. The arterial hyperemia is an active process resulting from the arterial dilation and increase in the blood volume. It occurs at the sites of the inflammation or in the exercising muscles, that is physiologically. The hyperemic tissue are redder than normal because of the engorgement with the oxygenated blood, as I said before. So this is divided into the pathological and physiological. The pathological is inflammatory hyperemia, post-decompression hyperemia. And the physiological is the gastrointestinal hyperemia after eating, and the skeletal muscle hyperemia after exercise, and the facial hyperemia when the emotional excitement, and pregnancy uterine hyperemia. You can see some physiological hyperemia example after eating, during exercise, and the face in the facial expressions. And the pathological hyperemia, the hot water burns the hands and the skin redden because of the inflammatory hyperemia. Here the skin has become red because of the hot water pouring. So very simple. And the pathological hyperemia is a post-decompression hyperemia. What happens here is a large amount of ascites operates. Ascites, if you remember the peritoneal cavity edema, it oppresses the internal organs of the abdominal cavity. The vascular tension in the tissue is reduced, and if the pressure is suddenly relieved, the artery in the pressure tissue is reflex, leading to the hyperemia. There are important organs such as the heart, cerebral ischemia, causing the patients to shock are there. Ascites were drawn less than 3000 millimeters each time. So this is the post-decompression hyperemia. And coming to the morphology, the cut surface of the hyperemic tissue feel wet and typically ooze blood because the volume increase and the temperature rises. Functionally can be enhanced. Sometimes it can touch the pulse of the artery. So sometimes we can also find it by touching the pulse of the artery. The microscope arterial and capillary dilation are seen. The consequence, it is a temporary change that has a little impact on the body. It can promote the local material metabolism or enhance the function of the organism. So it is not such a serious one. The congestion actually takes place in veins. Because of the obstruction of the blood flow in the vein, the blood is deposited in the small veins and capillaries. It is a passive process called the venous hyperemia or congestion. It can be local or systemic. So the reasons are venous vessel is compressed, the vein obstructs, and the heart failure. Because when heart failure, the blood there accumulates and it creates a pressure and it leads to the congestion. So here you can see the interstitial congestion in the intestinal volvulus. Mesenteric vein was compressed. You can see this compressedness, blackish color, and it is so bulgy in structure. So in capillaries, you can see the artery is normal but the vein is bulged out. And next, the right heart failure. What happens when the right side of the heart fails? The systemic congestion on the of liver, cyanosis of lip, nails, edema of legs. So the right heart fails because we know here the inferior vena cava going to liver. So if the blood accumulates here, the pressure increases here and blocking of the vein and leads to liver problem, also spleen problem leading to splenomegaly, hepatomegaly. And if the left side fails because there is pulmonary vein, then the lungs also defects. You can see because of right heart failure, the cyanosis of lips and nails, and also edema in legs. And next, coming to the morphology, the macroscopic, that is can be seen, the volume increases and the temperature decreases. Here actually the temperature decreases, but if you remember in the arterial, that is hyperemia, the temperature also increases. And microscopically, that is through tissue sections, we can see the small veins and capillaries are dilated, filled with blood, sometimes accompanied by the edema. The consequences are the congestive edema, congestive hemorrhage, congestive degeneration, atrophy, necrosis, and also congestive sclerosis. Conditions of the vital organs here, like pulmonary congestion, the acute pulmonary congestion, etiology, that is the cause is due to the acute left heart failure. So when the left heart failure, as I said, the lungs destruct, the morphology is the alveolar wall capillary dilation, and the congestion in the alveolar cavity has a large amount of edema fluid. You can see edema fluid. Gross appearance, the volume increases, dark red blood foamy liquid flow in the section. On microscope exam, acute pulmonary congestion is marked by blood engorged alveolar capillaries and variable decrease of alveolar septal edema and also intra-alveolar hemorrhage. Pulmonary congestion, what is this? The etiology cause is a chronic left heart failure. So heart failure left side only leads to lung problem. In chronic pulmonary congestion, the septa become thickened and the fibrotic, and the alveolar spaces contain numerous macrophages laden. Because these RBCs are coming, we know always they are eaten up by the macrophages, so they reach there with the hemodesperin. Hemodesperin gives a brownish color to the stains. Here you can see when treated with Persian brew. The heart failure cells, these are known as heart failure cells, derived from the phagocytes red cells. So here the picture, the chronic pulmonary congestion, gross, the lung volume is increased. You can see it's larger and the color is dark red and the weight increases and also oozes out the liquid. The numerous macrophages laden with the hemodesperin are the heart failure cells. Under the microscope, we can see large number of heart failure cells in the alveolar cavity. Next, coming to the chronic congestion of liver. So liver, why liver damages is due to right heart, etiology. Microscopically, the central vein, here you can see the central vein and its surroundings hepatocellular sinusoids are dilated and the hyperemic, and there may even be central hepatocyte dropout due to necrosis. And the chronic congestion of the liver. Macroscopically, the central regions of the hepatic lobules viewed on gross examination are red-brown and slightly depressed owing to the cell loss, and are accentuated against the surrounding zones of uncongested tan. Sometimes fatty change also takes place, forming the nutmeg. You can see it is like nutmeg, like this, nutmeg liver. That is seen macroscopically and this is seen microscopically. And you can see the central vein is surrounding by the hepatocellular sinusoids are dilated and hyperemic. That there may be even central hepatocyte dropout due to necrosis. So this is a normal liver. You can see this is a fatty change in the liver, and this is a congestion of the liver. You can see, and this is a cirrhosis. So what is that? The long staining severe hepatic congestion, most commonly associated with the heart failure. Hepatic fibrosis is known as cardiac fibrosis, can develop. So this cirrhosis is related to the heart problem. So this is cardiac cirrhosis. So once again summary, hyperemic congestion, hyperemia is pathological and physiological. Pathological is inflammatory hyperemia and post decompression hyperemia. Inflammatory you saw when hot water fall, and post decompression hyperemia you saw when there is ascites. And congestion, chronic congestion of the liver, because when the right side of the heart failures, and the chronic pulmonary congestion is when the left side of the heart failures via pulmonary vein.